position. They'll run by the dormitories over here, by the fairly new Kuiper and the Southview dorm complexes. So it's an 8K, 3 laps. Waiting for the team scores to finalize here. Just making sure. Yep, Augustana is your team champion, 38. Dordt, second, 57th points. Dordt had 6 runners in the top 20, 7 in the top 25 on the ladies' side. Led by Jessica Campman, finished 4th. Margaret Miskowski, according to the results in front of me, 10th. Lexa Veldhuizen, 12th. Lucy Borkowski, 13th, according to the results. I think they're still being updated. In talking with Coach Wolf about the men's 8K race, first lap, you're just trying to hold your position. Second lap is the key lap, according to Coach Wolf, on the men's side of things. That's when you have to make your move. If you're having a good day and you're feeling it, that's when you got to go. And then you just try to hold on for the third and final lap, according to Coach Wolf and the strategy of things. A little bit about the Defender men. Again, like the women, this is their 4th meet of the season, just over the halfway point of the season. It's a men's team that has been ranked 13th all season long, 13th in the preseason poll, and they continue to be ranked 13th. National qualifier a year ago, they finished 13th at the national meet. They were the GPAC champion, their 3rd straight GPAC championship last year. And a good deal of runners. They returned 9 of their top runners from a year ago. A loaded and deep roster for the Defender men. You look at their season, finished 3rd at Augustana, finishing ahead of several D1 teams. 3rd out of 31 teams. Jacob Vanderplatz was the top runner. He also was the top runner at the GPAC preview held in Orange City. Both times, Vanderplatz was named GPAC Runner of the Week. And their 3rd event was the Roy Griak, and the men turned in their best ever finish at the Griak. They finished 7th out of 29 teams in a loaded field. They were led by Eric Steiger in that one. And Steiger, for his work, was named GPAC Runner of the Week. It's a veteran Dordt running group. Several seniors, a good deal of seniors with national qualifier experience. Davis Tebben, who's not running today, was the GPAC runner-up a year ago. Eric Steiger, all-conference, he finished 8th at the GPAC meet. Nick Veldhorst, 11th last year. Lance Van Zee, 17th. Brooks DeWard, 14th. Joe Anderson, who's also not running today, he was 10th. So the Defenders and head coach Nate Wolf bring back a lot of their runners from a year ago. A lot of runners with experience. You look at this field in the men's 8K race. Augustana, they are ranked 4th in NCAA Division II, but as Mike said, sometimes Augustana will run as a split squad. Never know who they're going to have. And as you can see, the men's race is going, just started. There's the pack of runners. Again, footage from the drone. Outstanding. This is the long straightaway. The course is the same. Your list of teams: Augustana, Bellevue, Bethel of Minnesota, Briarcliff, Doane. Doane returns several talented runners that had success both at the GPAC and national level. And then Dordt, then you have Morningside, from the Great Plains Athletic Conference under head coach Dave Nash. Mount Marty, another GPAC team. Northwestern under the direction of head coach Scott Barkey. University of Sioux Falls and Wayne State are the teams scheduled to compete here in the men's 8K race. Beautiful course again, running it amongst the prairie. Talking to some of the Dordt runners in preparation for this, they kind of rank this as a middle-of-the-road type race. Not the most challenging, but definitely not the easiest. But they all love the course. It's just a beautiful layout. Shout out to Terry Boss listening from her couch in Orange City, Iowa. Her comment to me is the drone footage is cool. Notice she doesn't comment about the broadcaster. Hopefully she thinks the broadcaster is cool as well. So the men's 8K race off and running. And as you can tell from that vantage point, the men are now making the turn and approaching the very first uphill portion of this 8K course. This isn't the big uphill portion. That's coming later. Again, the Dordt men running their 4th event of this season. 3-time GPAC champion. A very strong, deep defender team. Like the ladies, they'll have one final tune-up in preparation for the GPAC championship. That is the Mount Marty Invite in Yankton on October 23, and then the GPAC championship on November 6, and then November 19 is the NEI National Championship out in Fort Vancouver, Washington. That is the ultimate goal. Men's team coming in ranked 13th, the only NEI team or only GPAC team ranked in the top 25 currently. Men's K just under the men's race just under 3 minutes gone by. In the men's 8K race. So just over 3 minutes gone by. On the men's 8K. 3 laps around for the men, following basically the same course as the ladies with a little additional stretch, right basically where we're located here. 3 laps around. So they will go by the start line twice more. Again, the conditions, overcast, which is nice for the runners. The sun is not out, not a lot of wind, very little wind at this point, which enables us to have the drone footage. So we're thankful for that. Conditions a little bit humid, I suppose, for the runners. But overall, very good conditions. There's another shot of the men's runners going out to the furthest point on the course. This is another little downhill stretch. They'll make the turn and they'll head toward the north, and when they make that turn, that is the long uphill stretch, probably the most challenging part of this running course. Men's 8K race, just under 5 minutes gone by. And the runners have completed for sure the first K, the first 1,000 meters. Now most of those runners are on that back straightaway. This is the uphill portion coming back towards us. Dordt, of course, wearing the black and gold uniforms. Augustana, bright yellow, Northwestern in red tops. Wayne State, yellow and white tops with the black shorts. Because you really can't see the numbers, so I'm just, and Doan is in the orange. Rick Schmecker, I hope that's orange. if it's not technically your color. If it's got a fancy name, I apologize. Shout out to Rick Schmecker, the talented and all-around good guy, the SID at Doane. I'm sure he's tuning in, making sure I'm doing somewhat of a good job. There is your lead runner. Judging by the top, I'm going to say it's an unattached runner. I can't recognize the I don't recognize the uniform color. We'll have to wait till they come by here. So just over 6 minutes gone by. Men's runners getting close to the 2K mark, I would assume. And at that 2K mark, they'll come back and run towards us here. And that lead pack is just passing that 2K mark. So here they come up. And now they'll make a short jaunt over to the north by some of the Dordt housing. This is the new part, or the additional part. The ladies did not run this part. It's just an extra little loop. There is your lead runner. I think it's going to be a Mount Marty runner. I believe that is Brian Santiago for Mount Marty. That could be Mount Marty. But he is your lead runner, running right by us and the broadcast tent, if you will, right by the Dordt Media truck. And here comes the big pack behind the leader. There is the big pack, and as you can see, it's pretty large. We got some Dordt runners. That's Eric Steiger, Daniel Schroeder, Jacob Vanderplot, Jebediah Merkel look to be up there, Nick Veldhorst, Ethan Summerhays, Peter Shippey, among others, Lance Van Zee. I'm sure I missed a few. And now the leaders are going by the start line. So one lap complete in the men's 8K. So one lap complete. There's an outstanding shot again with the drone as the runners go by the start line. If I am indeed correct, and that is the Mount Marty runner, Santiago, he's still got a pretty good lead over that next pack, but that pack of runners is about 20 runners. Got about 7, maybe 8 Dordt runners in that pack. Dordt running together very nicely. And that is what you will see them do. Again, in talking with Coach Wolf, the second lap is the lap to make your move. If you're having a good day, if you're feeling it, lap number 2 is when you got to go and make up the ground, and then you try to hold on lap number 3. Just over 9 minutes gone by in this men's 8K race. Dordt sitting very well. As I said, 7 to 8 runners. Right behind the leader from Mount Marty, I believe. It's Brian Santiago, I think. And then it's a big pack, probably 15 to 20 runners. First we had the women's 5K, now the men's 8K. This will be the final race on a beautiful Saturday morning. Again, special thanks to the Dordt Media Network, Rich Lodewijk, Mike Biker, the student workers. Got some students running the drone, and I'm getting a lot of emails that the drone footage is really, really cool. Men's runners on lap 2 of 3 in this 8K. They have for sure completed 3K. They're approaching the halfway point probably, which is in the far, far corner, southwest, if I know my directions correctly. And again, we got a busy day for Defender Athletics. Home football against Mount Marty, the first ever matchup. That'll be a 1 p.m. kickoff. You can see it, hear it. Dordt Media Network once again. Soccer teams down in Sioux City against Morningside, a 1 and 3:30 start time. Volleyball down in Seward against Concordia, 1:30 and 3 p.m. And Mike, outstanding women's race. Dordt women's second, led by Jessica Campman, a good showing there. And Coach Wolf's got to feel pretty good about that.
What was the team points? I never did see the points, and I was looking earlier, and they were not up yet. So maybe they
are not up yet.
Okay, but no, they. I think honestly, coming in, you knew that you'd be chasing Augustana, and it's not always about team. It's not always about winning team races right now. It's about where are you at in terms of the training and where are you at in terms of how people feel, and you can control only so much, and those race days are what really tax runners. And I asked Coach Wolf earlier this week, I said, okay, how many good races, how many times can you go to the well, if you will, and really put together a top performance? And he said, over the course of a fall, probably 2, maybe 3 times is all. So you have that, but at the same time, you say that, and then race day comes and everybody wants to go to the well, and how do you control that? And that's where that fine line of, okay, can we compete? Can we maintain training? Can we peak out at the right time? Where are we at? How much does it cost us to run really hard on Saturday? And how are people going to be feeling then the following week on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday? And that was the biggest thing that I had to adjust to in following college cross country as opposed to high school. High school kids, they run every week, and sometimes they run 2 races in a week. College coaches, university coaches like to control the training much more, and they would, if they had their way, they'd probably run 2 or 3 races for the entire season, and they'd train the rest of the time. And so a good day, and now it's, okay, how's everybody going to feel on Wednesday and Thursday as we get set for Mount Marty in 2 weeks from today?
Talking with Coach Wolf, he strategically made his schedule. A lot of big races this year. He went up to the Griac and Augustana. That's just a massive humanity, just a huge meet. And he's doing that intentionally, giving his athletes that big race experience.
That's one thing that we came back from Nationals last year and the year before saying maybe the runners weren't as prepared for running in a mass of athletes like they could have been or should have been, because you run here and you're spread out and there's no issue. At the national meet, I was able to go there to Cedar Rapids a couple of years ago and watch and take photos and run. It is runner, 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 runner. You have 120 runners finish over the span of 100 seconds. And if you're not used to running like that, and you're not used to running, I mean, you get separated from teammates as well. If you're not used to running on your own, you don't have any idea of where you're at. So you've got to become accustomed to that. What do we have? We've got the second lap coming around. And then what will we be at in terms of meters when we get to the finish line this time around? So we'll be at the 5K mark?
Yep, the 5K is right by us, right here.
Okay, so another 2 miles yet after this.
And we're at about 14:30 unofficially, says the clock time. And I think it was a Mount Marty runner in the lead.
Right.
Santiago.
Yeah, and he's wondered if he went out a little too hot, but he's
hanging on.
He was taking care of it at this point. Obviously, you still got 2 miles left. You've got, what does that mean, 3 miles finished?
Yep. And in talking with the Dordt runners, they kind of alerted to me to Santiago. He loves to start fast and then just try to hold on if he's feeling it on a given day, and so far he has done that.
Yeah, so now he's past the 5,000 meter mark. He's taken that final turn. The next time around he'd be headed to the finish line. Instead now he's along that, oh no, I'm sorry. I don't have my bearings correct either. He's
right over here.
Yeah, he's coming up over by Kuiper and Southview.
There's a look at him right now.
That's the extra loop. That's why I was all messed up. Okay, now I know where we're at. Yeah, working off the monitor, it kind of lose track
It
of
all
where you
looks-
actually are.
It all
You got
looks
grass and you got trees and you got a
Yep.
prairie, so.
no cornfield at this point.
No.
That's coming up.
Okay, so I hear the gator and there he comes, so.
Your leader, one more lap to go. And we are at the 16-minute mark. We'll see if this next pack is spread out. It was a pretty significant pack when they first came by after the first lap. And several Dordt runners were in that pack, probably 6 or 8. And
Okay, right now, it's a 12-second gap right now. He's got a 12-second lead at this point.
and I believe that is Jacob Vanderplatz and Eric Steiger.
That's correct. And then Schrader.
And Ethan Summerhays
Yeah.
for the defenders.
Nick Veldhorst, I think.
Yep. Peter Shippey.
Peter Shippey's up there as well.
All in the top 10 right now for the defenders.
That's a good spot.
Is that Jebediah Merkel, I think?
That was going to be my guess, but I didn't get a good look at him.
I think it is. So Dordt, probably 5-6 runners in the top 10 right now, chasing the leader from Mount Marty.
And, yeah, no Joe Anderson today, right?
And also no Davis Tebben.
Okay, those are significant.
Those guys would be probably in the top 7 for Coach Wolf.
Right. But now I did see our runner from Algona.
Engen?
Yes,
Trey.
Trey's running, so that's
Okay.
good. That's a good sign because I don't think he is.
I don't think he's competed yet this year.
I'm trying to remember if he was at Orange City or not. He may have run there, but then did not
Yeah.
run at.
Correct.
Was not up at Griak, so.
And he would be top 10
Yeah,
probably.
he'd be in the
Dordt.
mix.
Yep. One more lap around for the men. 2 laps complete, 1 more to go in this 8K race.
So those runners you're seeing right now, they have about 3,000 meters to go. And the runners that you're seeing now probably have in the neighborhood of 2,400. They're probably approaching a mile and a half left.
And again, in terms of times, what are we thinking for about the winning time? 24, 25, 25?
25, I think. That's. I said 27 yesterday to Nate, and he said we want to be better than that. So.
Okay. Vanderplatz has been Dordt's number 1 runner in the first 2 meets. Steiger took over that honor last time at the Griak. And both of those individuals have earned the GPAC Runner of the Week for their accomplishments already.
Yeah, what did we have for a field? I know we had one team that had to drop out. They've got a little illness going through their squads, but I know at one point we were over 100 on both sides,
Yep.
women and men. Correct? Did we stay above 100?
Yes, we did. About 150 men's athletes unofficially.
So that's a nice-sized meet.
11 teams, mostly from the GPAC. A few of the NCAA Division II schools.
Now, I think when this, and just so our viewers know how we're going to handle things, you're going to give unofficial results on the men's as they finish, and then we are going to have to start pulling cords and unplugging and getting over to the football field as well. And there's only one media truck, so and the other things are on a boat somewhere off the coast of California waiting to be shipped. So we've cobbled it together for this semester today, more of the same, but we're glad that we're able to do it. And but that's what we will not be able to hang on until official results are in for the men. The timing just isn't going to work out that way.
Gotta move it over and get ready for football, and it's not a 5-minute ordeal.
No.
It takes some time.
No, I promised the crew you'd have an hour, and they kind of grumbled at me a little bit, but I said we'd have an hour. So we'll do our best, and we'll be on by kickoff. But we'll get the men's race finished up first, unofficial results, and then we'll be packing it up, and you can check our website for the final results.
And a short award ceremony as well for the cross-country runners. We'll get some photos of that, and again, we got photographers throughout, and we'll post those photos on our social media as well.
What a great day, though. I mean, we're probably past the full bloom of the prairie, so it's not quite as striking as it would have been a week ago, but a week ago it would have been a lot warmer, too. So
Correct.
We'll take today, and it has shaped up to be a good day for weather-wise for those out of the area. I think we're in the mid to upper 60s, overcast, slight breeze. The runners would say it's a little too warm. It probably is, but all in all, not too bad.
Pretty good day for runners and for the fans. It definitely could be a lot worse here in Northwest Iowa.
So we've, where are we at? 21 minutes right now. So it won't be long, and we'll start to see the runners. And they've gotten stretched out a lot, obviously, in terms of where we are at from the leaders to.
Yep.
I mean, you're going to have 5 and 6 minutes of runners coming through at this race.
Right on the screen, I think this is probably about the middle of the athletes here. Your leaders are going to be a little in the back stretch, coming back towards us probably. 22 minutes, just shy of 22 minutes right now. And unofficially, it was Augustana's ladies that won the meet, and Dordt a solid second.
Yeah, that's the one thing with the live results. If if you're not scribbling down when it's all finished, you got to wait until they get tabulated, because if you're watching the live results and you're trying to find the women's ones, well, you're not going to right now because the men's race took over and all the live results are there. So for those of you maybe frustrated with trying to find how the women ran, we don't have it right now, but we will.
Yes. Give Dakota Timing some time. They'll get it. They'll get it on there.
So the men have Mount Marty in 2 weeks along with the women, and then it's the conference meet. And the conference meet is, 4 weeks from today? So that would be first weekend in November. That's in Orange City at Landsmeer. First time it's been at Landsmeer, I believe?
Yes.
So that's a golf course in Orange City for those out of the area. And relatively, I would say, in terms of terrain and hills, probably pretty similar to this course. No big hills, but some inclines and declines.
Yep. You go up and down a lot at Landsmeer. The nice thing is Dordt has run there already, and were very successful.
Yeah.
So they got some experience running on that course.
So we've got the leader coming back. That's Kuiper in the background, and he's going to be coming by here live here shortly. And from that point, I'd say about 600 meters or so to the finish line.
And it is still, I believe, the Mount Marty runner.
Right. And I always forget about it. Men's race, you've got to tack on that extra little loop there. So probably closer to 800 meters or so when it's all said and done.
Your lead runner, Santiago of Mount Marty.
We're at 23:30 right now for time.
Nice time.
So he's going to break 26, I would think.
I would think so too. Mostly downhill.
If there's no lag on that.
Correct.
Time.
He is led throughout. Again, much like the women's race, the women's overall champion led right from the start, and men's race panning out that way as well.
And what did we have? About a 12-second. He had a 12-second lead when he went around for last time. So we'll get a little comparison here after the second loop, on the last loop. He's coming across 24:13 on the clock that we have. He'll be right around 25 when it's all said and done.
I think he's going to, and I think he's increased his lead. Oh, here comes a Dordt runner, Vanderplatz, I believe.
Yeah, but we're already that's 13. He's at a 17-second lead and even more. So, yeah, he has opened it up.
Vanderplatz running second. There's Eric Steiger.
24-second lead for the leader, and Plotz is giving it a go, but, yeah, he's going to run out of space. I mean, there's not enough time, and Santiago finishing up now.
Dordt running 2-3. Here comes a Northwestern runner.
That's your fourth-place runner.
Yep.
And there's the leader coming across, winning.
And Veldhorst and Ethan Summerhays coming in next for Dordt.
That's 5-6 for Dordt.
And 7-8.
Yep.
Shippey and Schrader.
So from a team standpoint, they'll be just fine. Miss out on a perfect score, but that's okay. So that was Vanderplatz who just finished.
And here's Steigers crossing the finish line.
Yep. Eric finishes. That's third place. That's your fourth place runner coming in right now.
And there's Veldhorst, Ethan Summerhays, Nick Veldhorst, Ethan Summerhays.
First runner for Northwestern.
And there's Veldhorst and Summerhays coming by the finish line. Peter Shippey.
Shippey has a nice race.
And that's Engen.
Engen, yeah, he put it together too.
Had a nice little stretch.
Yeah, Daniel Street, unattached, actually.
Okay.
So Daniel Street, 24:57. Jacob Vanderplatz and Eric Steiger, 25:18 and 25:27 respectively. Leviticus or Levi Cross, 25:41. He's from Northwestern. And then Veldhorst, 25:47, finishes fifth for Dordt.
A couple of Doan runners just finished. Another defender runner just crossed the finish line.
All right, I'm going to head to the finish line again, Matt, and
gotcha.
we will. I'll let you know when we're going to shut things down.
Sounds good. We'll continue to give the results as they update. Again, Jacob Vanderplatz, the runner-up, led Dordt today, time of 25:18 unofficially. Eric Steiger close behind in third, 25:27. Leviticus Cross of Northwestern, 25:41. And then you have three, if not four, more Dordt runners. Nick Veldhorst finished fifth, 25:47. Ethan Summerhays, 25:48. Peter Shippey of Dordt, 25:53, finished seventh. Mount Marty's Santiago, he was up there as well as the results continue to update. Camera on the finish line chute. There's a couple of Dordt runners just crossing. Lance Van Zee, I believe, just finished for Dordt. As we have the Wayne State athlete. There's Peyton Brasser for Northwestern crossing the finish line. Along with Zach Elbers for Dordt. He just finished as the runners continue to go by. As we're on the finish line camera. There's a Wayne State. Alex Nonhoff of Northwestern. Another Wayne State runner just finished. My time on the computer, 28:22 right now. Michael Vanderplatz of Dordt just crossed the finish line. There's a Doan runner. Northwestern runner. So the men's 8K race wrapping up on an overcast, but a not too bad weather day for the Dordt Holiday Inn Express Classic, the 2021 version. Again, Matt the SID, joined by Mike Biker throughout the broadcast as well. Got to give us another shout out to the Dordt Media Network, Rich Lodaway and his student workers for the setup, and pretty soon we'll have the takedown. And they will head over to the football game for a 1 p.m. kickoff. It's 2 hours away. Plenty of time. Daniel Street is your overall men's champion. An unattached runner. Jacob Vanderplatz of Dordt second. Eric Steiger third. Levi Cross of Northwestern fourth. Nick Veldhorst fifth. Ethan Summerhays sixth. Peter Shippey, 7th. Trey Engen, 8th. Brian Santiago of Mount Marty, 9th. Daniel Schroeder, 10th for the defenders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Dordt defender men finish in the top 10. Dordt's men 23 points. They will be your team champion. Group of unattached runners have a team score of 57. Doan is third, 99 points, with 3 runners in the top 20. Northwestern fourth with 121. Wayne State 141. Bellevue sixth, 148. Morningside seventh at 175. But those results are unofficial as they continue to update. So the Dordt women second unofficially to Augustana. It looks like the Dordt men take care of business, and they will be your team champion. 23 points. All 7 counters in the top 10. It's not a bad day. Oh, now they continue to update. 27 points for the Dordt defenders. We're going to switch back again as the women's results are now final, and these look to be official. So we'll quick give you the we'll run down the team scores on the women's side. Just kidding. They don't have those updated, but we do have the official women's results. So we'll just run down the top 10 finishers on the ladies. 10th place was Taylor Melton of Augustana. Allie Binder of Doan 9th. 8th place, Claire Borsma of Augustana. Caroline Sudbeck of Augustana 7th. Christine Hanemichael of Morningside 6th. Megan Schenk of Augustana 5th. Jessica Campman was the top Dordt women's runner. She finished 4th with a time of 18:50. Unattached runner, Ella Bacon, 18:49. Aubrey Surridge of Augustana 2nd. And your winner of the women's race, Cami Streff of Augustana, an unofficial time of 18:28. So you got Campman, who finished 4th. Taylor Onema for Dordt finished 12th, time of 19:14. And again, these are official. These are final. Margaret Miskowski finished 17th, time of 19:30, followed by Alexa Veldhuisen in 19th place, 19:40. Lucy Borkowski, 19:41. She finished 20th. Brenna Tolkamp, 21st, 19:43. Eden Winslow, 22nd, time of 19:46. That is 4 Dordt runners right in a row from 19 to 22. So a nice pack of runners for Coach Wolf. Other Dordt results, Elise Caparis, 26th, time of 19:57. Bethany Tenhaken, 31st, time of 20:11. Gracially Castor, 33rd, 2019. Whitney Minderhoud, 2021. She finished 34th. Mary Kate Lelux, 35th, with a time of 2022. Annika Holman finished 36th, 2023. Other Dordt, Brenda Chaboy, 49th place. Alexa Fredrickson, 54th. Sydney Steensma, 57th. Abby Boardman, 58th. Annika Brands, 59th. Kelly Coetsier, 67th. Sadie Fecht, 68th. Tiana Schrader, 70th. Shanoa Ward, 71st. Tabitha Vanessen, 76th. Cheryl Rose, 77th. And Maddie Hurt, 96th. Linnea Clark, 98th. Braylon Camstra, 100th. And those are your women's results. Team scores not updated. So we'll head back to the men. These are not official. Eric Steiger was Jacob Vanderplatz was the top Dordt men's runner, 2nd. Time of 25:18. Eric Steiger, 3rd, 25:27. Nick Veldhorst, 5th, 25:47. Ethan Summerhays, 6th, 25:48. Peter Shippey, 7th, 25:53. Trey Engen returns to action. Outstanding race for Engen. 8th place with a time of 25:55. Daniel Schrader, 10th place, 26 minutes. Other men's results as we go. Brooks DeWard, 20th place, 26:22. Aiden Vorster, 22nd place, 26-36. Jacob Brower, 26-40. Bailey Vandegreen, 25th, 27-02. And Renner Brown, 35th, 27-57 for Dordt. Riley Ruhak, 27-36. He finished 45th. Dayton Brunsting, 46, 27-37. Lance Van Zee, 47, 27-41. Silas Corus, 49th, 27-46. And again, the Dordt men winning it with 23 points. One more time, we'll just give you the top 10 finishers. On the individual side of things of the men, your top 10. Nathaniel Schrader, 10th place. Brian Santiago, Mount Marty, 9th. Trey Engen of Dordt, 8th. Peter Shippey, 7th. Ethan Summerhays, 6th. Nick Veldehorst, 5th. Levi Cross of Northwestern, 4th. Eric Steiger of Dordt, 3rd. Jacob Vanderplot, 2nd. And Daniel Street, unattached runner, won the men's 8K race with a time of 24:57. In terms of audio, that's going to do it for the broadcast, because I think we got to start taking down and we got to move the venue. We got to move to the football field. So thank you for joining us. Thank you to the Dordt Media Network, Rich Lodewijk and his student workers setting this all up. Mike Biker had a big part of this as well. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. And again, the email address, matt.boss@dordt.edu. Let us know where you're listening from, and we'd love to get feedback. And bringing you this Dordt Holiday Inn Express Cross Country Classic, first time ever on the video and audio. And year number 2, we'll do it again next fall. So thank you for joining us, and tune into the football later on today, 1 p.m. kickoff.